This is the Camaro ZL1, and today we'll be doing a review, a walk around, inside tour, and yeah, I'll give you guys my thoughts on it.
Perfect. Perfect.
Alright, let's get into the review. I'm not going to be able to take it on a drive today. I have to do that later just because the dealership is busy today. I have to respect that. So we'll just get into talking about the specs and then what I think of the interior and exterior so far. So starting off with the powertrain, it's 6.2 liter V8, packing 650 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque, which, to be honest, that's a lot of power. It's got dual exhaust, quad tips, as you guys can see from the B-roll and the cold start that I included in here. And then it's made, in this case, to a 10-speed automatic. This is actually a new transmission from Chevrolet, so it's going to be interesting to see how it drives. Here, there was some controversy over the previous 8-speed that was produced, and people were just picking the manuals, the 6-speed manual over the 8-speed for more like of an enthusiast driving experience. But so far, I think there hasn't been much controversy over the 10 speeds, or they're new and they're still waiting to give our opinions. I'll let you guys know what I think once I get to drive it. But yeah, I mean, so from a chassis standpoint, I got 6% front brakes. Dude, the tires are huge, they're massive. I'll get you guys, I'll put the specs on the dimensions of the tires below. They're wide and they're basically like they're near slicks. They're ready for the track, and yeah, they're just high performance tires. But dude, the interior is super nice. Got the Alcantara steering wheel, which is, man, it feels great. My concern with these, honestly, is wear over time. If you were to daily this and just drive it to and from work, you know, the oils on your hands can really kind of abrade the surface, and it'll start to get kind of worn out, which is kind of why I'm not a fan in terms of Alcantara steering wheels. The seats are also I don't know if they're actual Alcantara, but they're like a microfiber type of liner, which, man, it sticks you in the seats really good. And then again, I also don't know how those will wear over time. Aside from that, there's leather finishes. There are some harsh plastics here and there, but it's not like you're going to be touching every single surface that I'm touching here and now. We do got the infotainment screen, and I'll turn that on. I'll do a feature for that later on. Before we get sidetracked, because I feel like there's a lot going on here and I'm taking it all in. The visibility is, I mean, what do you expect from a Camaro? It hasn't changed much from the previous generation, and I think the consensus was that none of the previous Camaro owners complained much about visibility, so they didn't address it in the newer generation Camaros that are coming out now. It's kind of stayed the same. And I mean, what you give off in visibility, you get in terms of aesthetics and looks. And this car, it looks amazing, at least in the ZL1 package with the front bumper. As you guys saw, I mean, it looks really cool. There is some carbon fiber finishes. I am not sure if it's real carbon fiber here, but the carbon fiber we did look at on the hood is actual carbon fiber, and it's a really nice, well done piece. Like, you can actually see they've done a good job making the different carbon fiber surfaces. Only reason I'm commenting that is because I work with composites a good amount, and I appreciate the actual craftsmanship that goes into it. You got paddle shifters here, powered seats, which is a nice to have. I'm not sure how many way they're adjustable. Yeah, just like 4-way adjustable seats. They hug you pretty good. I mean, they can fit, I'm a smaller guy, but they can fit someone who's probably bigger than me too. And I mean, it'll fit tall individuals. I'm like 5'8", I'm a short guy, so fortunately I can fit in many vehicles. So another cool feature we have is the keyless start and go, and with that comes the remote start, so you can actually turn on the car without being in the car. Get it ready, get your stuff up the temp, you know, not just from like a performance standpoint, but for like, you know, convenience standpoint. It's a nice to have. I'm not sure if that's like a practical thing, kind of when you use it day to day. If you're gonna be like, oh, let me start my car before I get in it. I wouldn't do it because I live in Long Beach, and that just means like someone can get in your car and just drive off. There's probably security measures to prevent that. I'm just kidding. It seems like we have heated steering wheel here, and you got all your button controls, your cruise control, speaker buttons, and your selection. I mean, your shift knob's also Alcantara wrapped, which is pretty cool. And you got your sport mode selector. Yeah, like the cool thing I was saying about the keyless go was we actually shot the cold start using that. It was pretty convenient. You don't have to be in the car. You were just outside the car. It's like, let me know when, press the button, and it was on. So convenient when you want to do cold start recordings. Yeah, I guess that's a plus. If you guys own a Camaro and want to get into the YouTube game. I mean, top liners, standard fabric, which I mean that's not a big deal. I know there's some automakers that do like Alcantara on the top. That's fine. I mean, no need to spend cost there. Seems like, you know, you got your power jack, parking, electric parking brake. There seems like there's some trim lighting over here. I mean, you guys can't really see it. It'd be nice if I was driving, but we'll do that in another video. Let's go to the next scene. All right, so this is the view of the like infotainment screen. I thought I'd just include this real quick. So we got our warning, and you know it's fully loaded. This specific model. You got our navigation, which is loading. It's interesting how they angled it down, and I think that was for the purposes of reducing reflection and glare from the sun. And I mean, it's not that bad in terms of like actual usability. And like here's our navigation, so it looks pretty good. We're in San Diego. Let's go home. Oh, we got Apple CarPlay here, Android Auto, so it supports both, which is nice. So I mean, basically, if you don't like what's on here, you're good to go. Oh, something that's super cool is a PDR. So performance data recorder, there it is, nice. And yeah, it's like you can actually record track times and stuff. And like here you got all your gauges, your oil temp, oil pressure. I don't know what that is right there. Negative. Oh, I think that's your supercharger, your boost from your supercharger. I'm gonna go shut it off real quick just so I don't waste their gas. But we'll keep the accessories on real quick just to continue over that PDR. Yeah, you insert an SD card and then you can just record your stuff and then put on your computer later on and actually see how you performed on your laps. I think that's super nice. It's an extra option. I think it costs like $1,300. But I mean, if you're serious about your track times, that can actually save seconds. Just going back and reviewing your laps minute by minute, second by second, just to see where you can improve on your next session. What else we got here? OnStar, nice in case anything happens. Ambient lighting. Okay, vehicle must be turned on to access this. I think that goes to like this little lighting I was talking about here. And there's little trims, I think, in the seat, I believe. I'll have to turn it on and actually look at it more, but you got your ambient light package. But I mean, really, if you got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, excuse me. Let me move this up. You'll be good to go. Wi-Fi hotspot. See settings. I mean, I'm not gonna go into quirks just because that's gonna take a lot of time to find out. But it's a pretty user-friendly interface. Apps, vehicles, pretty responsive. So, yeah. All right, so I think I reviewed a good amount of it, and I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Overall, I think it's a really cool car. I didn't really get to drive it. I'm really sorry about that, but I will in the future. And yeah, just like a quick, just want to take a quick second to shout out Jimmie Johnson Chevrolet. Thank you guys so much for letting me review the car. I really do appreciate it. If you guys want to see their site and what they have in inventory, I'm gonna link that down below. Check out what they got. They got lots of options from like base 2019s all the way up to the ZL1, and they option their cars out really well. I like the selection what they have. They even had the ZL1 with the 1LE package, which is actually right behind me. I don't know if you can see in the shot. It's that little red car, right? Little red snippet. That's the 1LE. It's got the canards on the sides. That's a track beast. I think it's just a step up. But I don't know if it's as daily drivable as the regular ZL1 is. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.